Hi, this is Polyban Teachers and I am Sagurika Banerjee. Once again, I am back with another exciting series of videos. Here, I will be explaining you about different topics. So today is the part 2 of the topic stress management techniques. So without wasting much of the time, let me just share the screen with you and start my presentation. So now coming back to the effects of stress. What are the different effects of stress? So physical and emotional. The first one is physical, where because of stress, we have these following effects like weight gain and weight loss, then unexpected hair loss, then heart palpitations, high blood pressure. All these are different effects, physical effects of stress. Coming to the emotional effects, anxiety, depression, it can also lead to unhealthy coping strategies, that is taking alcohol or drug. Now, if I talk about the symptoms of stress, so what are the different symptoms of stress? In chronic stress situations, sufferers, they enter the exhaustion phase, emotional, physical, and mental resources. They suffer heavily. The body experiences adrenal exhaustion, leading to decreased stress tolerance, progressive mental and physical exhaustion, illness, and collapse. So, in simple terms, if I talk about symptoms of stress, are these. First is feelings of irritation. When you are stressed, following symptoms will be there, like feelings of irritation and inadequacy when thinking about workplace. So whenever you think about your workplace, you start feeling irritated or you do not like to talk about it. Then physical symptoms such as headaches. Sometimes you may have headaches, and insomnia means you are not having complete full rest. You have lack of sleep. Then withdrawal from colleagues or conflicts with colleagues. So sometimes you become very composed within yourself and you do not feel like to mix up with your colleagues when you are in stress. This is one of the symptoms. Another type of symptoms may arise when you feel like to have a fight or quarrel with your colleagues. So conflicts are always there. Then difficulty concentrating at work. It's very important. Many a times when you are in stress, you cannot concentrate on your work, and absence or desire to miss school or office. So there is always a thought at the back of your mind that you take a break, you just leave, take absent, means become absent from the school or duty. So all these are the different symptoms of stress. Now, stress-related illnesses, there are many. Stress is not a complete sickness, but it leads to major illnesses. Stress is not the same as ill health, but it has been related to such illness like cardiovascular disease, immune system disease, asthma, diabetes. All these are related to stress. 80% of all modern diseases have their origins in stress. Now, factors causing stress in teaching. Mark Greenberg, a researcher on teacher stress, suggests that teachers feel pressure from three main sources: student behavioral problems, next is standardized testing, and the third one is unstable school leadership. So the first one is student behavioral problems. Students' behavior can be hostility towards the teacher. They may not be friendly with their teachers. They may not accept their teacher. Next is inattention during class. When you are teaching, many of the students may be inattentive in the class. So this creates a stress in the mind of the teacher. Noisiness. There, as a result of inattentiveness, the class is filled with noise. So it also is one of the students' behavior which causes stress to the teacher. Lack of effort in class means the teacher is unable to teach because students are not making much effort. Unpreparedness for class. Teacher is not able to teach and is in stress because students, they are totally unprepared for the class. Then hyperactivity. There may be some students who are very hyperactive and they do not concentrate. They cannot sit on one seat, keep on moving here and there. This causes a lot of problem and stress for the teachers. Then disregard for school rules. Students often have disregard for school rules. These types of behavioral problems arise in many of the students. Then they damage the school property. This also creates a problem as stress in the minds of the teachers. How to deal with the situation. Then hostility towards other students. Many a times students fight. They do not accept their friends or peers. So this also creates a problem in the class. Then lack of interest in learning. Often the students, they lack this interest of learning. Now coming to the second point, that is standardized testing. As for the standardized testing, 81% of teachers believe that students spend too much time taking mandated tests, whereas 16% they believe that it is just right, and a mere 1% they think it is too little. Now for teachers, more time proctoring students' tests and teaching to the test means less control over curriculum, less instructional time, and more stressed students. And of course, all of those factors lead to more stressed teachers. Now the third one, that is unstable school leadership. It leads to the following points: lack of autonomy and input in decision making. So many a times it is found that teachers are not given enough power to give their views in taking decision or decision making. Many educators, they complained that they had little to no influence on academic standards, professional development, curriculum, school spending, and disciplinary policies. Autonomy in the workplace increases well-being and job satisfaction. So it is not difficult to understand why teachers may become dissatisfied when they are left out of major decisions made in their schools. So this is also a matter of great concern where teachers feel stressed. When teachers are evaluated by school leaders, many feel that the feedback is totally unhelpful or even unfair. So this also creates a lot of problem in the minds of the teachers. So teachers, basically they complain. They complain about the lack of time and their management, class management. So what is this lack of time? Lack of time is a large source of teacher stress. In a survey, when teachers were asked what action would make the biggest difference in their day-to-day lives, 50% teachers, they said, more planning and or smaller class sizes. For example, elementary school teachers are consistently found to be more stressed than secondary school teachers. A recent study done by the University of Missouri found that 93% of elementary school teachers reported high stress level. Next, coming to the second complaint of the teachers, struggling with classroom management and changing technology. Early career and late career teachers are stressed about different issues. The former may be struggling more with classroom management, while the latter might have trouble adjusting to changing technology or curriculums. Lastly, teachers in urban settings are more likely to report violence, lack of feelings of safety, and poor community involvement as reasons for stress. So that's all for today. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. That is #PolyBandTeaches, and wait for the next upcoming videos of the same series. Till then, bye-bye.